Amidst the news that the House of Lords could vote for an amendment that recommends Britain stays in the customs union and the ongoing Syria debacle, there's been the news of the Windrush generation. And this scandal just shows how messed up our government's priorities are. So the Windrush generation refers to the people who arrived in the UK from Caribbean countries between 1948 and 1971. The name Windrush comes from a ship that arrived in 1948, bringing in workers from Jamaica, and it was called the Empire Windrush. These people came here after many Caribbean men had been drafted to serve in the armed forces during the Second World War. And as Britain was recovering from the war in 1948, Commonwealth immigration was encouraged to help us rebuild. Now, there's an argument to be had about whether the numbers were too high or not, but that's for another time. And in fact, many of the people who did come to the UK from overseas never intended to stay forever, but many did, and they settled here and built their lives. Unlike many people coming to the UK today, they assimilated and became good, productive members of society. And today we don't even know how many came, because many arrived as children using their parents' passports. They never applied for travel documents as they came from the Commonwealth countries and didn't face any issues upon arrival, and they lived their whole lives in the United Kingdom as productive members of society. They were encouraged to come here at the end of the day. And it's the fact that many people don't have travel documents which is causing the problems now. It's said that the UK Home Office destroyed the landing card slips of many in the Windrush generation. So that's an arrival card that people are required to complete upon entry to the UK. Labour's claiming the landing cards were destroyed by the Tories in 2010, but Theresa May fought back during Prime Minister's question time and said that they were, in fact, destroyed in 2009 under the Labour government.
Yesterday we learnt that in 2010 the Home Office destroyed the landing cards for a generation of Commonwealth citizens, and so have told people we can't find you in our system. Did the Prime Minister, the then Home Secretary, sign off that decision?
Prime Minister.
No, the decision to destroy the landing cards was taken in 2009 under a Labour government.
You know, I actually think I'll miss Theresa May and Jeremy Corbyn having a good old slanging match at each other every week when the party leadership changes. But anyway, regardless of who did this, regardless of whoever got rid of these landing cards, it happened. And as a result, people who've lived here most of their lives are facing deportation. Theresa May's been made to apologise to the 12 leaders of Caribbean government, promising that nobody will be deported, but some people have already been affected quite seriously by this. The son of a Windrush immigrant is allegedly facing deportation today, the 18th of April 2018. The young man is a carer for his 75-year-old mother. I mean, this just shows how messed up our priorities are. Obviously, I'm in favour of a sensible immigration system, and I do think there are people that need to be deported. But the Windrush generation cannot be blamed for coming here after being welcomed here and having settled here and remained productive members of society. Meanwhile, migration to the UK remains in the hundreds of thousands, not the tens of thousands like the Conservative government promised us. Not only that, but we have ISIS fighters returning to the UK. More than 400 British jihadis have already returned here. Who exactly are the extremists here? People like me who'd rather see a fair and sensible immigration policy, and people who've contributed and become Brits treated fairly, or those in our government who've been negligent with the Windrush issue and who seem to be obsessed with importing radicals who want to kill us. If you want to see more from me and the rest of the Rebel team, remember to download our app on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store, and like and subscribe.